Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about another holiday release. This right here is the Nars High Profile Cheek palette. I recently mentioned this one in a Will I Buy It video and quite a few of you were interested in me reviewing it, and like I said in that video, it totally had piqued my interest. So I'm very excited to finally be trying it out for you, and we'll see if this one is worth it. I got this one off of the Sephora website. It retails for $59. It says it's a $113 value, meaning if you were to buy all of the Nars blushes separately, that would be how much you would be paying. It says it is a holiday themed blush, highlighter, and contour palette featuring 6 limited edition shades in one of Nars' most innovative formulas. I really do love the exterior packaging of this palette with all of the Nars ribbons just kind of crisscrossing on the front of it. I like the texture of it, and I'm super excited and intrigued about the colors and the formula of these cheek powders because they seem almost like a satin finish on the pan, so we will see. As you can see, I don't have anything on my face as far as like bronzer, contour, blush, highlighter. I have none of that on because I want to play with this palette and see how it performs. Let me pull my hair back. The one thing I'm immediately noticing is that it says that it's a contour palette, but these top 2 shades right here really don't look like bronzer contour shades. They more so look like just like a natural flush. Let's go ahead and swatch these shades and just see how they look on the skin. Okay, here are the shades, and just like I thought, these are all blush colors except for the first color, which is of course the highlighter. The highlighter is going to be really good for someone with a medium to deep skin tone, because for medium to fair it's going to be pretty dark. And as far as the blushes, I am happy with the diversity of blushes that you can find in this palette. I do think that there is a blush here for everyone. Now, it claims to be a contour palette as well, or at least that's how it's described on the Sephora website. And as you saw, they are all blushes, so I don't know how much contouring we're going to be able to do, but I'm going to try as many of them as I can. Maybe they mean shaping your face with blushes, which I'm not opposed to, so I'm going to try to do that. But I do prefer to actually contour and bronze. We'll see. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go on with this deeper blush shade up here, and I'm going to contour with it, meaning I'm going to put it where I usually would put my contour color. No, that's super bright. It's not, that's not gonna work. I was trying, you guys. Let's just do it. That is super blushy though. Okay, I'm still using that same blush back here. I'm going to go on with this one next and just put it on top. Okay, I lowered the light a little bit. I felt like we were a little too bright, so still using this blush right up here. Back with this one, I'm going to use it kind of as I would a bronzer. I just want to try it, you know? I want to try to contour with it. See, on the forehead it actually looks good, or at least with the light a little bit more down. It does look like it's shaping my face. It's like a very rosy bronzer, but I mean, it's working. And again, that is this one shade back here. I'm even going to put it on my jawline. I'm switching to my Rephr number 5, which is my blush brush, and I'm going in with the light peachy shade right down here. And this is going to be my Apples of the Cheek blush. I'm going to try this one too and put it right up here. I'm going to look very blushy today. Okay, same thing on this side. By the way, I don't know where these two friends came from. I guess I'm introducing them to you before they even got introduced to me. Literally did not see them there this morning. They're not welcome. Okay, I tried a tiny bit of the highlighter right there, and when I turn my face it does look really dark here, so that highlighter is not for me. But, and like I said before, we do have the light down right now. This is what 4 of the blushes look like on me. I did use 4 of them, right? Yes, I used all of the blushes except for this one down here. And I'm not mad at the result, but I don't think it's a contouring palette. I think it's more so a palette with a bunch of blushes and a highlighter. If you have fair or light skin, know that you're not going to be able to use the gold highlighter unless you use it as eyeshadow. I do know that a lot of you love blush, so if you do and you like to have like a bunch of different colors of blush, I do really like the texture of these. They're like glowy, but they don't accentuate texture. They have nice pigmentation. They build up nicely. Just know that you're not going to contour with it, or at least not in the traditional way, because like I said, my forehead does look a little bit contoured with that cool toned blush up here. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I like blush, but I don't love a bright blush or blush all over my face. I do prefer my bronzers and contours and highlighters. So it's a cute face palette, but I don't really see myself getting a ton of use out of it. Now I am going to keep it and I'm going to put it in my makeup kit, and if you are a makeup artist or you usually do makeup on other people, I think this is a really valuable palette to have, because you do have so many amazing shades of blush that you can use in so many different skin tones. I think it would be really helpful. And as far as personal use goes, I do see myself using the 4 shades that I used today, because I ended up really liking the way that they look. I would definitely combine them with bronzer though, and I know that I would like my look that much more, you know? I don't know, I don't think you need to run and get that Nars palette unless you're like blush obsessed and you need to have every single shade of blush. In that case, do get it. Otherwise, if you're interested, I would definitely wait for a sale. And if you, like me, are not like that much into blush and you do prefer a face palette that is going to have bronzers in it, then I wouldn't do this one at all. I do think I prefer the Charlotte Tilbury face palette that recently came out, and the Hourglass palette that I reviewed recently as well, and that one also has that glowy finish to it. So yeah, I think that is all I have to say. I don't really have a lot to compare these shades to, because I feel like that is kind of a special formula from Nars that I personally hadn't seen before. Nars blushes are usually not that formula. They are more matte, or matte with a little bit of shimmer in it. This is kind of like a shiny blush, but it doesn't enhance your texture at all whatsoever. It actually gives your cheeks a really nice natural glow. Not as glowy as the Hourglass one that I talked about in a previous video. This one I think is a little bit more glowy, so if you don't like super glowy but just a little bit of a hint of glow in your blush, I do think that the Nars palette would be a pretty one. I'm dying to know what you guys think about this palette. Let me know if this is something that you were thinking about picking up or you were interested in down in the comment section. And if you guys liked the video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you're new to my channel, my name is Patty and I would love it if you were here to stay, so please subscribe before you leave. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye. Hi. It's the end of the night. I've worn this makeup for around 12 hours now, and I have to say, even though the blushes have faded a little bit, they are still on. And I really loved throughout the day, whenever I would like look in a mirror, how like glowy my cheeks look without being shiny or glittery. And I saw a few of my friends today and I told them all about this palette and the video that I was making, and nobody could really tell that I wasn't wearing a bronzer. Like the blush that I put on my forehead, it just looked like a glowy rosy type of bronzer, but it did still kind of bronze me up. So just so that you guys keep that in mind as well. Bye now.